welcome back to my channel. My name is Fred, and today I'll be showing you how to make a super friendly easy top. This is the top as I'm showing you in this video. It's very easy and beginner friendly. You can decide to add a zip or remove the zip, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and feel free to comment on any top or any video you want me to do next. So for today's project, we're using Red Hat Super Saver yarn. This is very thick. We'll be using a 4.5 crochet millimeter hook. You can use a 5mm hook. Don't forget your tape measure, darning needle to weave in our ends, edge markers, and a pair of scissors. Let's get right into the video. So first, we're going to make a slip knot. And I'm going to be chaining 55. So this foundation chain is the length of your top. So if you want your top to be bigger, you add more rows to it. So I'll see when I'm done, when I have my 55 chains. So I'm back with my 55 chains, and we're going to be adding an additional 2 for the turning chain. So you block off the last chain and you add 2 more stitches. 1, 2. You yarn over, insert your hook into the blocked off stitch, which is the third chain from the hook, and make a half double crochet. So to make a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, and pull through all 3 loops. But before we continue, we are going to go to the end of our row, our chain, and count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to get your stitch marker and mark the 8th stitch. So go ahead and make half double crochet so you get to the place where you marked with your stitch marker. So I'll see you when I'm done with mine. So I'm back, and this is what I have so far. So we're going to remove where we place our stitch marker, and we're going to be making single crochets into this space. So to make a single crochet, insert your hook, pull through, and pull through all 2 loops. So make a single crochet to the end. So I have a single crochet. So chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to be working into the back loop for this project. So we're going to make 8 more single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have our 8th single crochet. So you're going to take your stitch marker, back and place it back on the 8th stitch, or the 8th single crochet stitch. We're going to go back to our half double crochet. So for our half double crochet, you yarn over, still working in the back loop, insert your hook into the back loop, and continue to make your half double crochets. So I'll meet you when you're at the end and you have a few stitches left to show you how to end this row. So I'm back, and I'm on the second row, and I'm left with 2 stitches to complete the second row. So I'm going to go into the back loop, and for the last stitch we are going to go into both loops with our half double crochet. So every time we are ending a half double crochet, we go into both loops, and every time we are ending a single crochet, we go into both loops, just for the beginning and just for the endings. So for our double crochet part, we chain up 2, and you turn your work, and into the back loop you make your half double crochet, and you have double crochet all the way down till you get to your mark stitch. So I'm going to go over this one last time. So go ahead and then go have double crochet all the way to the last stitch, and I'll meet you when you get there to show you what to do again. So I'm now in my half double crochet. So you're going to remove your stitch marker and go into the last 8 stitches with a single crochet. So this is one. You can place your stitch marker back, but I prefer to go down and come all the way up before I place it back. So I rather count. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and for the 8th one, you're going to go into both loops. So remember, every time you're ending a row, you're going to go into both loops for the last stitch, just like we did up here. Chain up 1 for the single crochet and chain up 2 for the half double crochet. You turn your work and you make a single crochet, sorry. So you're going to go into the back loop with a single crochet. I'm going to go into the last 8 stitches with a single crochet. So I'll be down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we place our stitch marker back and yarn over and make a half double crochet all the way to the top. So go ahead and rewind the video and repeat this. So I'm going to do this for a total of 40 rows for my back panel. So you're going to be doing 3 panels, the back panel and then the front panels. So the front panel is divided into 2 and the back panel is a whole. So we are going to be doing 40 rows for the back panel. So go ahead and repeat this and then come back when you have your back panel and I'll show you what to do for the front panel. But the back panel and the front panel are literally the same, but I'll still show you what to do. So go ahead and make 40 rows in total for a size small. And if you are bigger, the good thing about this pattern is you can measure it against your body. So if you are bigger, you measure it against your body and add more rows. But this is an ideal size for a size small, and this top stretches also. So I'm back and I have a total of 40 rows, as you can see. So this is a total of 40 rows for a size small, and I have my tape measure to measure that up. So if you do not know this ideal size, you can measure your back shoulder from one end to the other to get your measurement, and mine was about 15.5, which I made it 16. So your top is supposed to stretch to that measurement. So I've already stretched this. It was a little tighter than this, so it stretches to 16 and a little bit more. So this is ideal for a size small. So after you're done, you chain 1 and you cut off your yarn like I already did. Please ignore the stitch markers over here. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our piece and then repeat the same process for the front panel. And for the front panel, we are going to be doing 2. So I've already done 1. I went ahead to do 1, and then this is 20 in total. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I was counting like that because the half double crochet is 1, 2, 3, 4. So together it's like a 2, 4, 6. So go ahead and then make the front panel. So make the back panel, which is 40 in total, and make the half of the front panel, which is 20, and then go ahead and make a second panel. So I'll be back when I'm done with my second panel for the front, and then we'll be joining our top. So I'm back and I have all my 3 panels ready. I already went ahead to join them, and I wanted to show you how to join them on camera. So this is it, and I've already marked the parts I'll be joining with a stitch marker. So first of all, we are going to be taking one side of the armhole, and I'm going to measure depending on your top and how big you want your armhole to be. For this project, it doesn't matter. So I placed my stitch marker here, so I'll be joining from the end to this part. So this part is about 7 inches long for the armhole, and the part I'll be joining, it's about 5.5 inches. So you can go ahead and join your top how you'd like it. That for a size small, go ahead and do it the same. And if you added more rows, you can make this place about 8 inches and this place the rest of the inches. So you mark this side and go ahead and do the same measurement for this side, 7 inches, and then mark this side too. So you come to the shoulder side and then you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So on the 12th stitch you place your stitch marker there, and then you go ahead and make sure the back is the same number. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So we have one shoulder part done, and then we are going to come here and make sure we have the same thing for this part. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So this is the 12th place we are going to mark. Go ahead and go to the back and make sure the back is also the same. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So we have the same thing. So place your hand there and then count this. I'm going to count again just to be sure. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So that's it. Going to mark. So we are marking the shoulder parts, and then we are marking the armhole part. So we're joining all together. I've already made a slip knot, so you can go ahead and make a slip knot, and you're going to insert your hook into the 2 last stitches here. And insert your hook into the slip knot and pull through. So I'm going to bring these over because I want to weave them in. So you can use a smaller hook if you're not comfortable using a bigger hook, and you make a chain. So you're going to be joining with a single crochet. So into that same stitch again, just to make sure, I'm going to join, and I'm weaving these in as I go along because they are short for me to weave them in with a darning needle, but you can go ahead and weave yours in with a darning needle. So you make a single crochet, insert your hook into the next stitches, and then make a single crochet all the way to where you've placed the stitch marker. So go ahead and join them with a single crochet, and I'll meet you when you get to the end of the place you marked. So I think that's enough joining in, weaving in. I'm going to weave in one last time, and I'll cut the excess off. So making the red bulk. So just cut the rest of the yarn off. So I'm done joining my work, and then I'm aware I placed a stitch marker and I'm going to remove it. And I already made a single crochet into that, but I'm going to make a slip stitch for the last, chain up one, and then I'll cut off my yarn. So I'm going to leave a long tail so that I can weave in the ends later on. So yeah, and this is what it looks like. So we have our armhole, and we are going to be joining the shoulder part. So you go ahead and come all the way up and join the shoulder parts. So I'm making a slip knot again. So you insert your hook in here, You can definitely go with a smaller hook. I think that will be better and faster. And you join. So we are going to be joining with a single crochet. So I'm going to weave this in as I join. So So go ahead and join till you get to where you marked with a stitch marker. So I've gotten to where I placed my stitch marker. I'm going to go ahead and remove it and join with a slip knot. You can end with a single crochet, but I decide to end with a slip stitch, chain up one, and I'll cut off my yarn. So go ahead and chain up one and cut off your yarn. So don't forget you're joining in at your wrong side. So everything, it doesn't matter which side is your wrong side or your good side, because they're all the same. But as you're joining, make sure you join everything on the wrong side. So I just realized I forgot to measure the shoulder part for you guys, because I joined by counting my stitches. But if you want the measurement, this is 4.5, and from the marked places it's 7 inches. For that, for your neck part, your neck area. So go ahead and join this part. You place with a stitch marker the same way you joined this part and this part, and then I'll be back when I'm done joining mine. I'm back and I'm done joining my top. So this is what I have so far. Everything is joined neatly. So I have turned my work, and then the right side is facing me. So we are going to working on the collar parts of the top. So we are going to take our hook and our yarn. I already made a slip knot. So I'm going to insert my hook in there. Chain up one, tighten it, and then make a single crochet into the same stitch. Let me do it on the very end to make another slip knot. Then tighten it. We're going to make a single crochet and make single crochets throughout to the end. So each space gets one single crochet. Each row gets one single crochet, like this. So go ahead and make single crochets till you get to the end, and I'll meet you when you get to the end. So I'm aware I joined my yarn, and you just go ahead and make single crochets. Forget each row, you go in there with a single crochet. The single crochet part is optional, but I'm going to be making 2 rows of single crochets. You can choose to just skip the single crochet part and go ahead to make the collar, because it's all the same, but I prefer to do this. So go ahead and go to the end, and I'll meet you when you get to the end. So I'm working like this because it's a color. I'm working from the back so that it falls on it. So I'm going to chain up one, turn my work, and I'm going to make another single crochet all the way to the end. So go ahead and make single crochets on the single crochet all the way to the end. So I'm done with my second row of single crochet. Like I said, this is optional, you don't have to do that. So after you're done, so this is the part where you can choose to start from. If you don't want to do a single crochet, just make a slip knot, insert your hook, and chain up 10 plus 2. So I'm going to chain up 10 plus 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 plus 2. So I'm going to block off this 1 2, which is also the third chain from the hook. You yarn over and make a double crochet into the third chain or the chain you blocked off with your finger. So 1 2, you go all the way down with a half double crochet, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and we have 10. So we are going to make a slip stitch into this first single crochet. So for those who didn't do single crochet, you can just make a slip stitch into the space chain, into any space you find. Then go ahead into the next single crochet, you make a slip stitch, turn your work. So that gave you 2 slip stitches. We are not going to go into those 2 slip stitches. We are going to go into the third one. So we have 1 2, we are going to go into the third one, counting our 10 still. So 1 2 3 4 5, working into the back loop, 6 7 8 9, and then we have our last stitch 10, but we are going to be reducing for this first part of the top. So we have 2 loops on our hook. We are going to insert our hook into the last chain. Now we have 4 loops on our hook, and we're going to pull through all 4 loops, chain 2, turn your work, and half double crochet all the way down, giving you 9 stitches in total. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and we have our 9th half double crochet. So we are going to single crochet into the next, we are going to slip stitch into the next single crochet space, and into the next single crochet space you are going to make another slip stitch, turn your work, and you're supposed to go 9 stitches up. So we have these 2 slip stitches marks that you ignore, and you go in here with your half double crochet. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and instead of the 9th one, sorry, I'm not supposed to complete it. Instead of the 9th one, I'm going to make this, and then we are going to decrease again like what we did, leaving us with 8 stitches. So you chain up 2 again, turn your work, and you have double crochet all the way down. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and we have our 8th half double crochet, and we're going to do the slip stitch into the current single crochet to join the work. This is what we have so far. Slip stitch into the next single crochet, turn your work, and half double crochet all the way up, ignoring these last 2, because that's what we'll be doing. 2 3 4 5, 6, and we are going to decrease for our 7th stitch. So we are not going to complete this until the last stitch. You decrease. So now we have 7 stitches. Chain up 2, turn your work, and then we are going to stop decreasing. So go all the way down with your half double crochet. So go ahead and go all the way down with your half double crochet, and I'll meet you. Okay, let me go over here with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you make a single slip stitch into another single crochet slip stitch. You turn, so you stop decreasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, before, let's count this. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where we stop decreasing. So we are going to take our stitch marker and count 6 stitches down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and mark this. And we'll come back to this when we get here. So we're going to repeat our 7 stitches till we get to the end here. So we're not going to be decreasing, so we just end the row with a normal half double crochet. So now you're going to be making 7 stitches all the way down to the place we marked. Turn your work and then repeat this till you get to where you marked. So you have 7 stitches, so no more decreasing, just go ahead and repeat this. Turn your work and you make 7 stitches up. So go ahead and repeat this till you get to where you marked, and I'll meet you when you get there. So this is what we have so far for the collar. So this is the wrong side, and the zip, you place a zip, so the zip will be on your right side. So you are sewing in on the wrong side. Needle and thread. Back open. Needle is small. Is it? So I did 7 stitches, and I'm at the end where I marked. So I'm going to remove the stitch marker and go all the way down with a half double crochet. So I'm going to join normally, and I'm going to join normally like how it be joined, and we are going to be increasing. So go ahead and make half double crochets till you get to the end, and I'll show you what to do. Seven, on the seventh one, we are going to place another half double crochet inside, making it 8, chain up 2, going to go all the way down. So we have 8, join, so we are going to increase to get 9 when we get to the end. So go ahead and make half double crochets to get to the end. Eight and 9, chain up 2, and you're going to go all the way down, having 9 stitches. So we're going to join, and we're going to be increasing for the last. Nine and 10, and we are done. So you cut off your yarn. So our both ends look like this, they're the same. So this is how our color looks. So you yarn, then you cut off your yarn, but I'm going to leave this on for a while just to make sure everything is okay before I cut off my yarn. So okay, I think everything is okay, so I'm going to cut off my yarn. So just cut off my yarn. This is what I have for the collar. So for this part, this is where our zip comes in, and I'll be using the black zip. You can use any zip of your choice. This is a jacket zip. So we're going to place this here, and use a sewing machine to sew like in a normal way. I don't need to do tutorials on this part, but I'll try as much as possible to add tutorials, but I don't think so. Just go ahead and put on the sewing machine and sew it together. And if you don't have a zip, you can just sew it you can join like the way we joined with a single crochet all the way halfway and you leave it. So if you want to join, make sure you have your bar on the wrong side and you join together till you get to the end here, and that one can also work as a top. So I'll go ahead and sew this on the sewing machine and I'll let you know how it goes. So we are at the end of this video and I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And I wasn't too perfect with the top with the zip pads, but I'm still learning and there's more room for improvement. So tag me in your photos and let me see how yours turned out.